Alright guys, I found the source of this noise that's been driving me freaking nuts. I got my oil analysis back. I sent an oil analysis into Blackstone Labs, and I got it back, and it was really high in metal, especially in aluminum and iron. They said, we're not exactly sure what to think about that. It could be a bad thing, could be nothing to worry about, because after I changed the timing chain in this engine at 420,000 miles, I decided not to change the oil. It wasn't a tough job, and the oil was only about halfway through its life at 6,000 miles. And so, you know, I ran it for a full 12,000 miles, so I thought, hey, if the timing chain wear-in could be causing that high metal in the oil analysis, figured I'd take the cam cover off the engine again and just peek inside here and make sure everything's kosher. Sure enough, it wasn't. I always thought that fuel noise was caused by the fuel pump or the fuel system, and in some ways it is. Let me focus in here. Right down there, see that gear that's sitting right on the edge of the timing chain? That gear that's what drives the fuel pump right here. And watch this, if you can see it. What the hell? That entire time, this noise that I've been hearing is that gear that's driven by the timing chain that drives the fuel pump. That gear has been wobbling up and down and back and forth and side to side, and it's a freaking miracle that it didn't cause catastrophic failure in this engine. I mean, I contribute it to the quality of oil, the synthetic oil that's in this thing, that allowed that to not cause excessive wear. There's no extra wear on the sprocket, and there's no extra wear on the chain because of that, from what I can tell. And also, thanks to Mercedes-Benz for the genius design here. That gear, it sits on a shaft held in by a bolt. And I think originally that bolt had Loctite on it, but I was not sure. There is no procedure in this with Star for how to do that. So when I put that bolt back in after doing the timing chain, I did not use Loctite, and I tightened it down to the factory spec. Apparently it's supposed to have Loctite because that bolt's come undone. But the coupling for the gear has been held on by the shaft for the fuel pump, as well as the shaft that inserts into the block. And so it's kept that gear from essentially falling down in the engine or getting caught on the other side of the timing chain. And good God, good thing I caught this when it did, or when I did, because that could have been a disaster. But just wanted to update you guys and show you exactly what's going on here. So when you do a timing chain, or you know, if you're noticing that same noise I've been describing, definitely times 1,000, take your cam cover off and look down there at that gear and move the chain up and down and see if you can see that gear moving up and down, because that's a serious problem. Help.